That's when you jump up into the business, gang.
Things are being really, really great. We so I'm going to the bodega pop up in Soho. I'm gonna go in there for like 20 minutes because I gotta go to
The
Queens
bodega
and do
pop
my
up
meet
in
and greet
Soho.
in Queens. I've been so off the grid and so tired from these meet and greets that like I have been kind
Yo,
of off from social media because I'm taking pictures with everybody. Please rush those iTunes and
nah,
those
Cardi, hold on.
digital.
Let's get to more relationship stuff.
Stop.
I think the
Okay.
certificate
Hi,
really
yo.
prepared me for this
Yo.
ever-changing comeback
It's the
moment
pitch,
because it gave
the
me a
Cardi
tool in
voice,
my
when you know she
Doing
about.
this to me, y'all. um, I barely have no energy. I'm getting my makeup done as I speak. Hours off my phone, so I don't really know what's happening. But yesterday I set my ass down when I came from home, and I saw this lady. I'm gonna just call her a lady because I think her name was Chrysler, some stuff like that. And she said some really mean things about me, like, God damn, bitch, that
What
bitch
she
said
said,
me.
Cardi?
And you know what? You know what I got to say about me and my personal life and whatever? I understand why people will feel a certain type of way about what I got going on in my life and everything.
Okay.
Because I just feel like so many people like expected certain things from me.
Like what?
I think people like wanted me to leave my old relationship and then like be single for like 2 years and then come back out and date a rich white billionaire and move to Dubai and shit like that, whatever the fuck. But that's not me. That's not.
Look, in a lot of ways, I feel bad for Cardi in that moment, right? Because what she really wanted to say was not that, yo, people expected me to leave my relationship, be single for like 2 years, marry a rich white billionaire, and move to Dubai. No, the criticism is coming because you pregnant very fast. And there was a rumor out there that you might have been popping while you was pregnant. Not saying that's true. I don't know if that's true or not, but that was a rumor, right? Now, some people will be like, yo, if you was a male, you a dude, so you leaning in this direction. Of course you're gonna feel like that. But let me ask y'all serious. I'm gonna look you in the eye. If you're a female, you see this clip on YouTube, or you watching on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You've been married to a dude for 7 years. Y'all separate. How long before, and y'all not fully divorced, within that first, because how pregnant are you? So let's say within the first 6, 7 months, should I be getting somebody, not should I be getting somebody pregnant, but how do you feel if your dude, if you're a female, your dude when it just got some chick pregnant? You like, yo, this 6, 7 months down the line, how many months pregnant? Yo, this crazy. Like, oh, you locked in, like, and we got a new baby, like a year old type, like, it's like daddy just left and just moved. You see what I'm saying? So even in that moment, a lot of females would be like, what? That don't even sound right. Am I lying? Am I correct? I don't think it's necessary for us to take a side here. I don't think it is a side to take. They got their stuff going on, right? Like Offset, probably a little hurt in the taking back, and Cardi hurt in the take. They probably want to hurt each other. They probably want to like punish each other in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? So, and you could tell like when Cardi was bringing that up, like it made her uncomfortable. She talk about it like people calling her the H word, the capital HOE. That's, you know, the yes, that was a song, but it is what it is. We make the decisions we make, and you gotta stand on it and live with it. That just is what it is.
What's going on in my life right now? However, right now in my life, I'm very happy. I'm very excited.
Very
I'm
happy
very
and
happy. I'm
excited.
very excited. And you know, I did, and you know, I I have my choices. I do choices. Whatever is my choices is my destiny. You know what
Yo,
I'm saying? One day I might be happy. The next year I might not. But you know what? I may
hey yo, the only other thing is, and shout out to Cardi, like I said, that album is fire. Her new album, Heat, for me, I'm like, okay, best album 2025. That Kendrick joint, Super Dirt,
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Dirtingham.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Ain't nobody cracked off no heat this year like Cardi. Shout out to her. Is it better than Offset? Hell yeah, shit better than Offset
What's
shit.
wrong with you?
I don't care.
What's wrong with you?
Hell yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I heard the
What's wrong
music.
with y'all?
Cardi
You
shit
niggas are
knocking.
crazy.
Cardi knocking. Cardi diss tracks technically better than what Drake and Kendrick was doing. I ain't lying. I'm keeping it real. Cardi diss track is better than what Kendrick and Drake was doing technically, right? However, I don't think Cardi is like the person to look up to. Yo, she coming out of a situation where she like damaged and confused. Yo, bro, she just got money. Like even when she's talking about her kids, and one day she's talking about her kids, right? And like she like, oh, they can eat whatever they want to. Hey, yo, bro. She said, I don't care what people say that went to school and think they know. She basically what she was saying is, yo, I don't care about child psychologists and people that study the psychology of children. Right? I don't care about that. They might, she said, they say that this could be like a traumatizing situation to her children. But hell no, it can't be no traumatizing situation to my children. This is what she said out her mouth. She said they get up at, their life ain't changed. They get up at the same time. They can eat what they want to eat. They don't want for nothing. Plenty of rich kids who can eat what they want to eat have unalived themselves. Tossed their life up. And like she said, she make her decision. She you know, she do what she want to do. Most parents that, yo, bro, check it, right? Most parents that come from where we come from, and yes, Cardi B come from the same place where I say we come from, right? That's how they think. Well, I'm just gonna make a decision, and whatever decision I make is good. It's good for my kids. But that's how you live when you alone. That's how you live when you ain't got kids. But when you got kids, you kind of can't live like that, gang. That's not right.
that choice, and I'm a grown woman, and I do and it is what it is. But one thing about my
There you go. That's
choices,
the hood thing. I'm a grown woman. I do what I want to do, and it is what it is. Yo, bro, if you ever transition yourself into a space where you just right and you did the correct thing, you will never explain anything like that. Trust me, I know it might seem hard to people. Nah, boogie and position yourself into the right until when you in the right. Like you ain't always in the wrong. Like where whatever anybody criticizing you about, they lying on you. It don't make no sense. You did the proper thing. You was like whenever you maneuvering like that, that is not how you explain things, gang. And let me tell you something, right? Don't worry about explaining. Like, oh, you can't be explaining. Yes, you should be explaining. A lot of things get explained. There are levels where you got to explain things. Because sometimes when you walking through the door, people will treat you like the person that they heard of. And that might not be you. A person might be in a room full of your ops and enemies. And the way they talk about you, that just ain't the case. I would like to define me. Nothing wrong with that.
in life, one thing I don't ever regret is my kids. So I really don't give a fuck. To me, my kids is always going to be a blessing. And another thing is that it's like some people have so many different
Let's
opinions
stop saying
about
that too. Let's stop saying the
what
one
I
thing
do,
I
right?
don't regret is my kids. Nobody accusing you of regretting your kids.
I might not be the best. Well, I feel like I'm the best at everything I do. But some people might have
Yo,
opinion
it's
on
hard
my
to,
work,
yo,
right?
bro.
You might think I'm not the best dressed. You might not think I'm the best rapper. You might not think I'm the best at something. But one thing nobody could fuck with me or tell me is about my motherhood. Like that title, I'll beat bitches up for that title because one thing I know I am.
Hey yo, say Cardi really wild out on somebody on camera and they catch it and that person press charges on them and she go to jail. Would that make her a good mother? Would a good mother make decisions and sacrifices that could hurt their kids because somebody said something about them? Should a father disappear out his kid's life because he won't smoke somebody that said something about him on social media or something? And the other spaces, she said she'd knock a block down for her. Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, yo, I was talking to my peoples and I was like, yo, so dude, you know what I'm saying, deal with somebody in my family, whatever, was talking about dude, he was like, oh, I'll give her every, if I could, I would. And I'm like, yo, people that don't make sacrifices and people that don't really put the work in, they always stretch the analogy. So I know you my kid, you've been in front of me every day for 18, 20, 30 years, whatever, right? And I ain't never did no real shit for you. I ain't never made sacrifices. I ain't never really had your back, right? But I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, yo, what? If I had $1 million, I'll give it all to, if I had $1 million, right? So I express my love. I show you my love with hypothetical. You don't gotta go hypothetical. You can make decisions right now, in the moment, in real time, that will benefit your kids. You don't gotta go hypothetical though.
Is I'm a great mother. And I take a lot of pride for that. I think people don't understand. I don't know what people think. Like, do people think I live in Miami and my kids live in New York and like we far away from each other? No. I live with my kids. I live in New Jersey. My kids live in New Jersey. And let me tell you something about motherhood, right? Unless a man has you put up to be a housewife and you don't have a job and you wake up every single day to be a housewife and be a house mom and everything, you're always gonna have to sacrifice some time to work and make money. Like, for example, right? My schedule is different, but most women in America, in the world, they have a 9 to 5. So because they have a 9 to 5, a lot of women spend time away during that 9 to 5 from their kids.
We
Some of them
listening.
cannot even pick them up at 3 o'clock. Some of them cannot drop them off to school because they gotta be at their work at 9. That's what happens when you're a mom and you have a job. You sacrifice some time. So don't tell me that it's like, oh, you're not raising your kids because you got all this work. What are you talking about? When I had my daughter, coach her,
Yo, you know what's the best thing to do
and I was
in
doing
times like this, I think?
4 to 5 different shows in a week, I had my kid with me. Then, of course, COVID came and everything. But I'm always with my kids. I live with my kids. You could see it in the attitudes of my children.
Like what? Yo, you know what
Me and my kids.
You know what
are
I
like
think during
best
these
friends.
times is like the best is the
Because I
best
see them
thing.
almost every day, every single day. They know me and I know them very well. This ain't no nanny, this and that.
When they say some shit ain't gotta be said.
I have people that help me with my kids, but this ain't no, oh, I just dropped them off and somebody else is raising them for me. It's very clear that that's not what I do.
Michael
The
Harrison.
moment I loved our
Michael
Subaru
Harrison
Outback
too,
most
homie.
was the moment they walked away.
Second, sorry, I'm getting my makeup done. Like, a bitch can't tell me, no woman can tell me, especially a woman that don't have kids, can tell me what it's like to have kids and what I do.
Yo,
No, nobody can tell me. No bitch can tell me about motherhood. They don't have no fucking kids.
bro, check it. I agree with that wholeheartedly, right? Yeah, nobody who they might can't tell you what it's like to have kids, but can they explain to you like human emotions, like human psychology, like can they Yeah, they can explain that to you. Yo, we all know that that's an offensive thing. We all know that that's an offensive thing with women too. They call a woman like a bad mother, like. But they're all bad mothers, and I don't think that you might even necessarily know it. But yo, the same way I always be like, yo, somebody should really teach you how to be a man. Somebody should really teach you how to be, but there's no book, there's no. That's not what I'm talking about, right? Somebody need to teach you how to just nurture. You don't need a book to learn what nurturing is, do you? Or you can read it and you can get the definition, but yeah, you might make mistakes. But sometimes people don't know how to make sacrifices for their children. You make a sacrifice for yourself. And then you say, well, this sacrifice that I made for me is actually for my children. Nah, that's not the case. Think about this, right? You got some people that might be beefing with their partner, right? And they can keep it on the low. If you can't keep it on the low, I think y'all should break up. Because you're going to traumatize the kids. You're going to teach them some shit that you don't want to teach them. You're going to fuck around and teach them to stay in a relationship that's toxic and sour that you really need to get out of. They're going to be too used to it. They're going to be so used to just a household of turmoil and tension and drama that they're going to be down to stay in something like that. But you got some people who keep their beefs under wraps and wait till the kid get to an age and they maneuver on and they be like, all right, let's pack this on in. They don't take it to social media. They might not diss the father on social media. The dude might not go on social media and diss his baby moms, but some people do it. And when the backlash for that come, right? You gotta sit on it. Or else you're gonna tell your kids, like, yo, why you was bugging like that? Cause people on social media was saying stuff to me. Yo, Ma, why would you embarrass yourself and everything? Oh, we got money, we good, you can eat what you want to eat. And plus them people was saying stuff to me. That's dead ass the kind of world we living in, gang. That's what we doing. Cool. When we first showed Grizzly, man, it's not to make it fun of death thing. Like I said, motherfucker went to heaven, gang, and y'all said heaven's a good place, man. Where there's no, so like, let's not be too like macabre or like, let's not get too depressed about this, right? But when the whites go wild, it's not just necessarily about getting eaten by a grizzly bear or swallowed by an anaconda